What's good, YouTube? Evan from evolutionaryaesthetics.com, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through a superset where you can train your arms, specifically the biceps and the triceps, in the shortest amount of time possible, but also in a way where you're going to get a nasty pump and a pretty gnarly stimulus. If you are short on time, performing supersets are a cash money way to get in an effective workout in half the time, sometimes even less, compared to doing a typical routine of straight sets. An example of like your straight sets would be, if you have all the time in the world, you could do a triceps exercise. You'll do 5 sets for 12 reps, and you'll rest for 1 to 2 minutes. And then once you're done with those, you can go to a biceps exercise, and you'll do 5 sets of 12 reps, resting again for 1 to 2 minutes. Comparing that to what you'll do for the superset, the time difference will be dramatic. And the superset you'll be doing, which I'll kind of coin as your anchor arm superset, it'll be a superset that starts off with training your triceps, and then immediately follows it with no rest, a biceps exercise. Doing the superset will allow you to train your arms in the shortest amount of time possible, but also giving you a nasty pump. And I don't know who doesn't like a good arm pump, and especially when it comes as quickly as it will with the superset. The exercises you'll be performing in this anchor arms superset are an overhead triceps extension with your arm up above your head, immediately followed by incline curls with your arms stretched out behind you. And I picked these 2 exercises for a couple of reasons. And the first reason is simply how easy the transition from the first exercise to the second exercise will be. If you are short on time, or your gym crush just walked into the gym and is headed your way, you want to be able to get an arm pump as quickly as possible instead of having to do a tricep exercise in one end of the gym and then sprinting over to the other end of the gym to do a bicep exercise. So reason number 1 is exclusively because of how easy transitioning from the first exercise to the second one will be. The second reason that I picked these 2 exercises is because of the resistance profiles, which is where in the range of motion the exercise is going to be the hardest. And for both of these exercises, the part where the range of motion will kind of suck the most is going to be at that bottom or stretch position, or in sciencey terms, what we call the lengthened position, and doing the eccentric to get there. But what you need to understand about all the jargon that I just spewed out of you is that training a muscle in that lengthened position is going to cause the most damage, and focusing on this length and range generates a powerful stimulus and is a very potent stimulator for muscle growth, and is a big reason why you might only do a few sets of this, but your muscles will be sore the next day. So now let's get into how to perform the superset. And if you have access to either dumbbells or cables, you're going to be able to do this. And hell, even if you just have like anything relatively heavy that you can hold in each hand, you can do this. So say like you're at a pregame for a party, or anytime you think that a juicy arm pump may sway things to your advantage, whatever situation you find yourself in, if you can hold 2 things in each arm that are relatively heavy, you'll be able to do this. For dumbbells, you'll want an incline bench to lean back on, but for cables, you need nothing else. So starting off with the overhead triceps extensions, your arms are going to be elevated up by your head. When you find your starting position, once you find that spot, you want to keep your arms relatively stationary the entire time. So here, this green line is going to be where we want to keep your upper arm. And then what you don't want to let happen is your elbow will either like rock forward or pull back as you do these reps. So we don't want aggressive movements in either direction. When using the dumbbells for these overhead extensions, you want the bench and your upper arm to be kind of close to 90 degrees. 90 would be ideal, but it's not going to be perfect for everybody. Once you find a comfortable position to hold your arms in, let it rip, do 10 to 15 reps. And then once you finish those overhead extensions, you're going to go right into the incline curls. The transitions for the dumbbells is going to be stupid easy, because all you have to do is just slide down to the bottom, put your arms behind you, and just start curling. If you're using cables, make sure you're taking 1 step forward so your arms will be stretched out behind you, and then you can let it rip for another 10 to 15 reps. The same idea for keeping your upper arm in a stationary position will apply to the incline curls as well. So while I do these, I want to make sure that I'm keeping my upper arm in relatively the same position, and then I want to prevent any rocking in my shoulder, so like coming forward aggressively or rolling back when I do the eccentric. Then once you do 10 to 15 reps for the incline curls, the superset is over, and that's it. It's stupid easy to perform, so this video is going to be relatively short. If you are super pressed for time, take a rest until the burn goes away, and then dive in for another round and kind of go until you just can't do anymore. You should be able to get a good overall pump within a few rounds of this, and you really shouldn't need to do more than 4 to 5 rounds, maybe 6 if you're cracked out on some pre-workout. If you like the superset and want to learn more, subscribe to my weekly newsletter by heading to my website, as it will also include additional information not within this video that can drastically improve how well the superset goes for you. Once you subscribe to the newsletter, make sure that you accept the invitation in your mailbox, and if you don't see it right away, check your spam or your junk folders. You can head to my website at evolutionaryaesthetics.com. You can download any of my free workout programs. Each program can be downloaded directly onto your phone and has a corresponding YouTube video where I walk you through how to follow it to get the most bang for your buck with the efforts you're putting into the gym. You can also download my Potent Priorities ebook that is also free, and it gives you 4 foundational things to put the majority of your efforts into if you're looking to achieve your best physique while feeling good doing it. This book can be used by beginners, but it also has information for those of you who are looking to optimize. Subscribe to this channel, share this video with someone who needs to bring up their arms or you want to do this with. Leave a comment if you tried the superset or you maybe have already done the superset, and we'll see each other in the next video.